And the shortlisted authors have defended the continuation of a women-only prize.
I don't really have any problems if it's for dogs or cats or women. I know that's a terrible analogy, but, I think the more prizes the better. We don't really have that many literary prizes in this country.
Every walk of life is a walk where women have to walk a little faster and put a few inches under our heels to try to be taller, to try to be noticed. So of course it's going to be the case in publishing, even though it really shouldn't be, because the great majority of fiction readers and purchasers are women by a long shot, right?
This week, organisers of the Women's Prize announced that they have a new headline sponsor, Bailey's Irish Liqueur. As of next year, the prize will be known as the Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction. But some people in the publishing industry have raised concerns about the association. Author Polly Courtney began her career with mainstream publisher HarperCollins, but was unsatisfied with the lightweight feminine covers chosen for her books. She's now self-publishing her latest novel, Feral Youth, with a gender-neutral cover. But she's concerned about the new sponsor for the Women's Prize and thinks that if we judge a book by its cover, we may also judge a prize by its sponsor.
Bailey's is perceived, because of the way it chooses to market itself, as a brand that's for light-hearted, girly stuff. It's for, girls getting together on a Saturday night and being girly. And I think over time, when this prize does rebrand properly as the Women's Fiction Prize, Bailey's Women's Fiction Prize, we will start perceiving it to be a prize for fiction that's of the same ilk.
I really love that, actually. The idea that somehow it's the wrong drink, it's too girly for a women's prize. Bailey's celebrates women, it celebrates women's achievements, everything about their strategy is that. And they are a perfect fit for us.
That fit won't be put to the test until next year, but the pressure is already on. As it stands, the Women's Prize is the literary award with by far the biggest commercial impact in the UK. And the winner of this year's Women's Prize for Fiction is A.M. Holmes for May We Be Forgiven. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Your book is about a Nixon biographer whose life spins out of control after a family crisis. Kind of dark subject matter, certainly to start off with.
To start off with, but then I think it's really a wild ride sort of through the American dream and what I keep calling a midlife sort of coming-of-age novel.
Well, there's also a lot of humour in there, and presumably it's quite difficult to get the balance right between humour and the darkness if you want to be taken seriously.
I feel like if you want to sort of talk about serious things, it's important to also be funny, because in a way you can be more serious if you can also make people laugh.
Well, and as you say, you do talk about very serious things. There's some big ideas in there. You talk about, essentially, you explore what it means to be human in our digital age.
Exactly.
This is perhaps not what certain people might expect from a novel written by a woman.
No, but I think that what this prize also shows us is that women really do write about big ideas, and it's a false idea that all we do is write about dusting and doing the laundry. And all of the shortlist, you look at it, it's these incredible large novels that are historical and substantive and also funny.
So did you kind of consciously play with these prejudices and expectations about women's fiction in the book?
I think that's always been part of my work, and it's not that I'm trying to play with those expectations. It's my nature is to think about big ideas, and I think that my gender shouldn't prevent me from doing that.
I'll tell you one question, though, related to gender. You've obviously won this prize that's open only to women. Would it have meant more if it were open to both sexes?
I don't think so. I think that it's very interesting that it is a prize that's only available to women, and it's also an international prize so that writers from all over the world, are eligible for it. So I think it's incredibly significant, and I don't think that it needs to be open to men and women.
Well, as you say, it's also an international prize. It's one of the only major international prizes. And interestingly, you are the 5th North American winner in 5 years.
Yeah.
What's going on here? What are us Brits doing wrong?
I don't think anything, actually. I think that, in fact, I look at the British writers, and I see writers who have a kind of incredible freedom that in many ways women in the U.S. don't have in terms of subject matter. So I think it's just an oddity, as the bookmakers would say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to see an exclusive extract of A.M. Holmes' reading from May We Be Forgiven, log on to the Channel 4 News website.